guys, so the next two topics in mindfulness are going to be heady. They're going to be rich for growth. They're going to be the deepest places that we can grow from. I'm going to be talking about the first and second chakras of the body, and that's sex and death. These are the closest to the earth chakras. If you can clear these two out, Osho once said, the rest will follow. We're not playing up here because we're stuck down here. And so it's important in every practice of Zen, Buddhism, Eastern philosophy, every practice of religion covers it. We have to wrap our heads around that we will die, that this flesh bag will rot away and die. And really play with that space and come to terms with it, because it's an area that we ignore a lot and we don't really delve into. And it's an area that we think, oh, that just brings me down, or oh, I don't want to think about that, or but it is so beautiful. It is like, if you take that attitude, you're looking at the cycle of life and you're saying, I'm going to cut myself off from one of the pieces of it, and one of the weightiest pieces of it, it's in the soil, you guys, that we learn the deepest stuff. So this is our roots, and sex is the second one we're going to talk about. So sex, it is such a beautiful energy, because we know we're so out of whack right now with our balance in this world. We look around and go, what is going on? Like, all sorts of chaos is ensuing. And a lot of that stems from dysfunctionality in the arena of connection, of intimacy, intimacy. If we could get that, all the problems that, are upstream from that or downstream from that would start to dissipate. That's the root there. So I'm super excited to enter this part of mindfulness with you. And the next 2 weeks are going to be so fun. These are kind of two of my favorite topics to bend my mind and think about and flex my capacity for joy. And these are the fun places to play in, you guys. Because when you can be really honest in these two areas, as hard as it is, if you can be honest and just vulnerable and just delve in, I'm going to be mindful, I'm going to be conscious, I'm going to be so kind to myself, and not judge myself while I'm playing here, because it's hard to even just, go to the door and turn the doorknob. So you gotta, in order to enter, there's some ground rules that you gotta play at in both of these arenas when you're studying them and looking at them. Having a sense of humor and connecting to the lightness. Because when we unlock sexuality, there's such a lightness and a joy, and just, that feeling of orgasmic state. If you've had an orgasm before, afterwards you have that moment of just like, well, that's inner alchemy. You can get there all on your own. You've experienced outside of sex. You just either don't recognize or haven't thought about it, but you've all experienced that. And so there's this light airiness to that. And then even with the topic of death, is once you get to know it and you come to a little bit of an understanding about it, you actually contemplate it seriously, and realize it's a beautiful process of life. Just like in nature, in winter it becomes dormant, everything goes dead. There's a layer of kind of rot on the top that feeds the soil for spring to come up. So death is a part. That was something that I really started to get saturated in with my last meditation set that I did. It was a Vipassana 8-day set, and it was a discourse from the last living Buddha, Gautama Buddha, and it was, really about coming to terms with this. And also Osho talks about it in some of Buddha's descendants. There was one of the tantric sons or grandsons from his lineage studied the practice of Tantra, and he also saw the importance of looking at the concept of death and to being, joyful about it and learning how to appreciate it as a process. So anyway, 2 freaking awesome topics coming up, you guys. These are like gonna bend your mind and flex you a little bit, and you know, I hope you enjoy them and have fun with them. So namaste.